Alright, so welcome back. This is video part 3, and right now we're on question 2 right now. And pretty much what question 2 want us to do is going to access, and what we're gonna do in access the table that we just created, which is this guy right here, the product T underscore product. We're gonna take this guy and pretty much link it to all the other tables, so that way we have a relationship going on. And the reason why we're doing these relationships is basically like have everything kind of like linked together and kind of like create like some integrity. So in other words, we don't want to if we're adding information to the database that's already there, we're not gonna have like any double entry or any overlapping of information. So we just want to create some relationship and create some integrity for the data. So as I said before, guys, I'm not really gonna read through all the instruction word for word because that's time consuming. I'm a slow reader, I don't have time for that. So if you're confused about what I'm doing, pause the video, read the instruction, and then you'll figure out what I'm doing here. So yeah, so it's gonna ask me to create this relationship right here, and then it's gonna want me to create this one-to-many relationship right here, as you can see. So it's saying create a one-to-many relationship. Then afterward, it's gonna ask me to create this query right here using this name right here, and that's 11 points. And we're gonna basically sort the query in a way that it represents all the data since January 1st 2010, right? So we're gonna do that, and you can read this for yourself and you can figure out what I'm doing. I'm not gonna read it, I don't have time for that. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go over here to database tool. We're gonna go to relationships, and as you can see, they know what they're doing, I know what I'm doing, and this represent this right here. It's the same thing, right? You can pause the video to look at it. So to get this table over here, what you're gonna do pretty much is click on this guy right here, and then all you're gonna do is just add this guy. So you're gonna add it, bam, and there you have it. It's right there. I'm gonna close this out, and remember it says it want that relationship to be between product T underscore product to table underline. So it's not order, it's underline. Alright, so let's do that. So the way you create a relationship, right, and the way a relationship works, you always have like the some primary key or some foreign key. So this, for this table, this is your primary key, and this table, this is your foreign key right here. So do not link this guy to this guy or to this guy or to this guy. It won't work. You have to link this guy to this guy over here. That's what you're trying to do. So all we're gonna need to do is just drag and drop, and it's gonna ask you to do whatever that stuff is saying. So let's go over here and let's see what our instruction says. So our instruction says we should enforce referential integrity and cascade update. So pay attention to what's going on. We really need to read the instruction, not because I'm going through this zoop. You all need to pay attention to the instruction because I've done this before. So we're gonna enforce, and then we're gonna do cascade update, just like how it said they want us to do that stuff. And then we're pretty much gonna create that baby, and there you have it, our one-to-many relationship. Alright, so let's just make sure we save this guy. I always like saving my stuff because you can definitely close it out and it will save. That's how access work. But I'm just gonna close this baby out for now, and then let's see what the query stuff is about. So question 3 said create two query to provide information for decision making. A, create Q underscore employee customer contact. That's 11 points. And this is create a query to list contact that each employee has with customer ID of 71. So we want to create a query with each customer that have the ID 71, right? and it's from January 1st, 2010. Field include R, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Sort the query for customer name in ascending order. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what we have here. So we're gonna go over here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, as I said, it's gonna ask us to create a query. So, and the query should include all of these guys right here. And it's real simple. What you need to do is go to create. And as I said before, for some reason I like using the design view versus using the wizard, or just like a simple in terms of like designing like tables and stuff. I usually go for the design. As you can see, there's table, there's design, there's query, and there's query design, and likewise form, and there's form design. I like using design. It depends, but let's do design. And what you notice, it's gonna pop open like all the tables that you have in your data. So pretty much information is gonna come from all of these tables. And what I like to do, I just like to add all of these guys. I like just adding them. I'm doing this the slow way, just so everybody can see who's really slow like me. Alright, I'm gonna add all of these guys, add them up there. You don't know where all of this stuff is gonna come from, so we're gonna add those. We're gonna close those. I'm gonna drag these down so I can see what's going on a little bit. Drag, drag, drag. So much stuff in this data table. Drag. Alright, so now if we go back to our instruction, it's saying it needs employee name, and this is one of the reasons why we created this relationship, right? So we create this relationship between these tables so information can flow smoothly and stuff can, like, you know, not get duplicate. We don't want to duplicate stuff. Stuff are not going to be duplicate when we have a relationship going on, especially when we enforce integrity in the database. So here it's asking for the first one was employee name. So we're going to look for employee name. So I'm figuring out employee going to be in the employee table. So we got employee name, and obviously the database was structured in a way to have first name and last name. And what is this saying? Employee name. Okay, here's a little bit of information that we went over. So the format should be in this John Doe. So we should concatenate the first name and last name, which this is a very important part of why I'm making this video. The instructor your TA didn't teach you how to do concatenate in this class, and if they did, good luck remembering how to do it if it's the first time you're working with a database that use SQL language. Alright, so here we go. So obviously it is first name and it is last name and company name. Where is the company name? Let's see. Company name. Okay, here we go. Company name. There was like a bug on my screen. I couldn't even find it. Alright, that's company name and contact name. So I'll go over here to contact. Let's see. Okay, contact name. Boy, I'm so blind. Contact name was right on the company. What am I doing? Alright. The date contacted. Let's see. Where do we find date contacted? Okay, let me pause this video. Alright, here we go. Date contacted. Oh my god, I'm so blind. And then mode of contact. And mode of contact is right there. And description of contact. Okay, description of contact right here. And that's how you do that, guys. I'm not gonna make this video any longer. See you in the next video where we're gonna wrap this stuff up. Alright, cool.